Well, a bunch of you guys asked for it, and I'm most definitely going to deliver for you right now. Guys, I'm over here at Mickey D's once again to check out what's being billed as the hottest, juiciest, best ever versions of their burgers yet, and I'm about to see if that's actually true with the quote-unquote upgraded double cheeseburgers. So stay tuned because I've got this up next on the channel for you. I'm Ian K, and you're about to peep this out.
Welcome to Peep This Out Reviews with Ian K.
Stay frosty.
Yeah, when it comes to the burgers over here at Mickey D's, I am most definitely a quarter pounder with cheese, a double cheeseburger, or a McDouble kind of guy. And I gotta say, guys, I'm really excited to get into this one here because this is looking pretty appetizing. Along with what's supposed to be some nice upgrades to this one, let's break this one down for you first before we get into it. Ah yes, the classic double cheeseburger here at Mickey D's, an absolute favorite. And starting off with the first upgrade to set us off, we have a fairly soft bun, guys. These definitely feel a little bit more pillowy compared to the regular versions that I've had in the past, and I'm definitely digging that. And as we pop the top on this one, you're going to notice the regular ingredients on this one, namely some ketchup, some mustard, and as we pan down, 2 decently cut slices of pickle, and that's all on top of the next upgrade, which is a gooier melted piece of cheese in this case, and that's definitely looking pretty solid there. And of course, that's all on top of one of the 2 beef patties, and in this case, that's the other upgrade. We've got some diced white onion that's apparently added during the cooking process to add more caramelized flavor overall, and of course, another slice of cheese to go for good measure. You gotta have that. It's a double cheeseburger, you need at least 2 pieces of cheese, right? Naturally, we have more of that diced white onion that's falling down to the bottom of the bun on this one underneath the second patty. But guys, overall, a very basic ingredients list on this one. But with the addition of gooier cheese and, of course, caramelized goodness with those onions into the beef patty, I'm thinking that's going to bode very nicely along with a softer bun for sure. But the real question is, aside from all those little upgrades that they're doing to this, is this truly going to be, as they're saying, the hottest, juiciest, best ever version of at least the double cheeseburger in this case? Well, let's find out, guys. Here we go. It's the quote-unquote upgraded double cheeseburger here on Peep This Out Reviews, over here at Mickey D's too. Let's peep this out. Okay, hold on. Well, I wouldn't say it's the hottest and juiciest, but in terms of the best ever version, I have to say this is elevated over the regular double cheeseburger that I get here, mainly because I'm getting some gooier cheese, and of course the caramelized onion goodness here as well. That's a very lovely situation, guys. I can actually taste the onions pretty nicely on this, and naturally with the pickles, that goes pretty nicely as well. And truth be told, I'm actually having a little bit of a better experience with the initial first bite compared to the Big Mac, which I checked out recently, which you're probably seeing up on the screen here right now. There was so much Mac sauce on that pretty much drowned out all the flavor of everything else. A lot of bread, the cheese was decent. This actually doesn't have any of that type of sauce, so I'm getting a decent amount of the ketchup and mustard, but naturally I am getting a lot of nice caramelized flavor from those onions, and that really is the standout. So is it the best ever version of the cheeseburger over here, at least the double? I wouldn't say the best ever, but it's better. Let's just say that. It's better in that regard. Let's go for a few more bites. You know, I'm getting kind of a White Castle vibe with the onions being grilled into the meat with this one during the cooking process, guys. That really is a noticeable change to this, and I am really liking that. Naturally, the gooiness of the cheese to go with it is a nice combination with a decently soft, almost steamed type of bun, which I am really digging. So very nice in that regard already. This is definitely a better experience. But unfortunately, it's not very juicy because considering, again, I'm going to keep showing this to you as much as I can, the patties being as thin as they are, there's really not too much to speak of in the juiciness department here. So they're a little on the drier side, but again, very flavorful with those caramelized onions that are built into this naturally as they're grilled. So let's go for another couple of bites real quick on it, guys. But still, tasty and fairly fun to check out right now. You know, as you're probably noticing, especially on that initial review I did of the upgraded Big Mac over here at Mickey D's, the patty size, I have to admit, is almost the same, if not the same patties on this compared to the Big Mac. So, Big Mac in name only, what you're getting with this one is pretty much the same thing, but with some ketchup and mustard outside of the Mac sauce, and of course that middle bun and some lettuce. So guys, if you really wanted to convert this to like a little mini Big Mac, considering this was like $3 or $4 or so, give or take, you'd probably want to get some Mac sauce on the side and dip into that and take off the ketchup and mustard. Save yourself $2 or $3 and you'll get a better experience, because guys, you can taste everything pretty nicely on this, especially in the onion department. That really is the standout on top of the softness of the bun. All right, so let's go for one more bite. We'll wrap this little quickie review with a rating coming up next. But guys, again, not necessarily the hottest, juiciest, or best ever, but a better experience overall. And again, the onions and that bun are really taking this one up a notch, especially with the meltiness of the cheese. One more bite and we'll wrap this one up. Hang on. So it looks like one of my favorite burgers over here at Mickey D's is getting a nice little upgrade, at least in the onion department and the bun department, with some melted cheese, which is really standing out. So a very lovely situation in that regard. And if you're wondering what the difference is between this and the McDouble, it's an extra piece of cheese on the double cheeseburger. That's pretty much it. But I gotta say, guys, this is a very nice version of it, and I would recommend going in on this one. Very tasty if you like it already. So yeah, like I said, I wouldn't say it's the best ever version of the double cheeseburger over here at Mickey D's. Let's just say it is better. And absolutely, with the caramelized onions added into the mix during the cooking process, it really stands out nicely. And you can taste it because nothing is drowning out the flavor of that. Even with the ketchup and the mustard, it really shines through. The gooiness of the cheese is pretty nice, and the softness of the bun overall really rounds this one out. So pretty decent, guys. And like I said, get some mac sauce on the side. I think you'll dig a version of it with that too. Alright, do me a quick favor like always, drop those comments down below. Now that I've checked out the quote-unquote upgraded Big Mac along with the quote-unquote upgraded double cheeseburger, which does feel a little bit more upgraded compared to the last review I did, what did you personally think of the presentation of this one? And if you're in a market that's doing this currently right now, because naturally 2024 is when they're targeting a nationwide rollout for all these quote-unquote upgrades, and I have to keep saying quote-unquote because guys, they're very light. At the same time, the flavor is pretty good. Drop those comments down below, let me know what you thought of this one. And with that, this is Ian K closing out another high-quality foodie feature for you here on Peep This Out Reviews, bringing you brand new content every single week here on my channel. So why stay tuned for that next review coming real soon. In the meantime, stay frosty. Hey, thanks for checking out this review, guys. But just in case you didn't see the one I did before this one, you can find it right up over here, along with what I think YouTube's gonna recommend for you to check out as well. As always, I think you'll find something to like in both of them, and I'll definitely catch you in the next one. See ya.